Hello folks, a lot of you people brought up this topic to me, making fun of a certain someone that was doing this. Now let's talk about it for a second, and let's dispel the humor, and let's look at the logic of it. So, what are you doing? I'm sniffing the camera gear! Now, let's get serious for a second. Now, I don't know why that subhuman mental midget actually sniffs his gear, but a lot of you have actually brought this topic up, and I wasn't going to even make a video on it, but I have been sniffing used camera gear for a long time, and there's a perfectly logical reason to. By the way, I love propping up my cameras with weird crap. Right now, of course, I'm using bananas, so if you're wondering why I'm propping up this D700 with bananas, it's because I'm a weirdo. But I'm also very logical and sensible. You certainly can't translate ancient Greek and be illogical. Live long and prosper, right? The reason to sniff used camera gear is the same reason, follow my logic here for a second, that they used to tar and feather criminals back in the Old West. I don't know if you know much about tar, but it is extremely difficult, nearly impossible to remove. Once you get tar on something, getting it off is like, ah! It's impossible. So, now a lot of you are telling me about the certain someone, that knuckle-dragging mental midget. I don't know why he is sniffing his camera gear, but I've actually been sniffing camera gear so far as, like, if this was a used D700 and I was looking to buy it, I'll sniff it. And why is that? What am I sniffing for? Well, guess. Think a second. Smoke. 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 Why is it important if I smell smoke in a camera gear? I'm not going to buy it, even though the lens or the camera is a great deal. I'm not going to buy it. Why? For the same reason they used to tar and feather people, because it was impossible. It was nearly impossible to remove. I don't care if you take it to the best sensor cleaning expert out there. If you got a heavy smoker with a camera, and say this D700 is just a killer deal, I ain't buying it, baby. I'm not buying it. The same reason, tar. There's a lot of tar. If you've actually been in someone's room, you can see that where the walls are discolored. Now, part of that obviously is smoke, but one of the things that's in there is tar. And tar is so far, there really is not an airtight seal. I mean, there's a rubber gasket on some of the lenses here, but if you can smell smoke on a used perspective camera, ain't buying it, baby. When I worked at the camera stores, everybody there that bought used camera gear, take it in. I mean, we sniffed it. You sniff it. You just don't want it because you can't see it. The same reason you can't see tar like covered on someone's wall, like the wall of a heavy smoker. But I ain't buying it, baby, because you got tar on that sensor. I don't care, you ain't getting it off. It's not coming off. Tar is the Antichrist. Okay? It is just impossible to get the crap off of anything. So I ain't buying any camera or any lens that smells like ciggy smoke. Not buying any shit that smells like someone's been sucking cancer sticks next to their camera gear. I don't care how good the price. Don't want it. You don't want it either. So, a lot of you sent me all these things about, hey, did you see that crazy video where what's-his-face was sniffing his cameras? Well, like I said, I don't know why that schmuck is sniffing his cameras, but there's a perfectly logical reason to be sniffing your gear, and it is called tar, main ingredient in cigarette smoke. This camera smells like smoke. You ain't buying it. Don't get it. I actually should have included this in one of my earlier videos on this as far as the points to go over when checking cameras, but I failed to mention it. And since a lot of you, I mean, like 20 people talked to me about the sniff test. Now, I don't know what his sniff test is because I'm not watching that idiot's videos. I don't know why he's sniffing, and maybe it's some sort of sexual thing. I don't really care. But there is a logical reason to do a sniff test on used perspective gear. And I just told you, there it is. It's logical, and now you understand why people that buy used cameras, especially DSLRs, because DSLR, unlike a film camera, only has one piece of film. You know, you get a film camera dirty, you know, you open up the back and you sweep it out, you clean it up, although getting tar on the shutter blades is an issue too. Someone that smokes a lot. But you've only got one piece of film in your DSLR for the entire life of the camera, and that little piece of film is your digital sensor. You get tar on there. Yes, I'm repeating myself. Do you get the point? Okay, great. I'm glad you got it. If you like this video, you can drop me a buck or two, tell me to go screw myself, what cliff to jump off of. I'm nobody's fool, and I'm not out. A bunch of people have actually said that I'm not trying to compete with them. I'm not trying to compete with anybody. I'm here to make useful tips and tricks. I don't have any fancy intro to these videos. I'm trying to make simplex, useful stuff that will help people. That was my only purpose in starting to make these videos. You know, I'm not trying to gather up a following or, you know, oh God, come to me, I've got X number of... I don't give a damn, alright? I'm just glad that I help people. I am happy. There's so many people, some of you people have reported back that you're happy with the lenses or the gear that I recommended, or that, you know, that has saved you a bunch of money. That was my purpose. That is my purpose. And that makes me happy, and it is actually so extremely rare that I'm ever happy at all. So thanks for watching, and that is the logical basis of the sniff test. Have a good week, everybody. Bye-bye.